Alright, we're rolling. Here we are in Dead Minds of Old, a custom-made raid deck that's supposed to be extremely hard. So there's a daze mechanic, daze heroes, controllers must pay an additional 1 to play cards or complete quests, strike with weapons, or even have an ally attack. If a player chooses to skip his draw step, he can remove daze for the turn. A lot of bosses daze you, so everything's harder. There's another layer card, Turok's Pile of Bones. If an ally is destroyed, friendly otherwise, put a bone counter on this. So every time an ally dies, you put a counter on the Pile of Bones, and I don't know what happens like with that. Are these in play already?
Yeah.
So
He starts off with 2 minions.
So there's a main deck, an event deck, minions, and rage.
Rage are my resources.
Okay. Alright, well, when Orange is here... Oh, and looking at our roster, we've got Orange's Miracles, or Miraculous. I don't know how to say his name. He's on a Monster Hero Harmonized ramp deck. It's got like a very nothing early game and a probably over-the-top late game. I'm on totem-based ally control to keep wiping the board. Green's on heals. Healer with a lot of AoE heals and some powerful Horde cards. And we got blue Firefly. He's playing Interrupt Mage. Well, Kratos, no one here is really playing DPS, so... Alright, let's go for it. Also, blue, you're down 6. Just go up a card, draw a card.
Alright, take it away, Miraculous.
Did you draw your first turn as well? So here's the current boss. Kruge the Mutant.
And Brad, you're going to be raid leader, right?
That sounds good. Untargetable, can't be dealt, attacker dealt damage.
And that's only for like tie breaking. You'll see what I mean.
Copy that. When there are no friendly ally tokens in play, flip him. So we need to kill these 2 ally tokens, a 0/4 protector who stuns. Yeah, actually, Durakov, at least for sake of like recording this, I'd like to have everyone on the same team, because...
Yeah, go ahead, swap teams.
Let's go Hearts, guys. Okay, so anyways, we can be Daze, which makes everything more expensive, everything from playing and attacking. We can also, this layer bones is going to be generating bones, something I'll have to do with that. Blue has almost no threats, he's like strictly counter spells. Green has a little bit of threats, actually. Maybe more threats than orange, early on at least. Okay. I've got a few threats as well. I think I'm going to focus on wiping the board over and over, because our threats really can't do anything until these allies are out of play. Sounds like there's a lot of mechanics in this fight that spawn allies, so we'll be dealing with that.
Alright, now we'll begin with the event deck. Alright, so I'm going to flip over 2 of these. You all will select which one comes into play. The other one will be discarded. And the minion cost is how many minions will come out. And they will last 1 turn.
Hold on, can we explain that again? So we get to pick one of these, and
That
like for example, how do we get rid of this one?
You will say you want to keep this one out, and this one will go into the event graveyard. And then this will go into play, and then the minion cost is how many minions will come out.
Well, I'm saying, like, how do we get rid of this event? Is it once per turn? Is that the deal? Or...
Yeah, it lasts 1 turn. That's it.
Alright, well then, I think it's got to be the one on the left. That one doesn't matter that much. If we have to skip turn 2, that's pretty terrible. So, let's toss turn 2 out of there.
Alright, so this one discard?
Yeah, correct.
Alright, so 2 more minions will come out.
A beefy protector.
Alright.
Do we know what beefy is in this one?
Yeah, if he hits your hero, you will become dazed.
Okay, so beefy equals daze the target.
Yep. Alright, well then, I will then hit Miraculous for 1 damage.
If there are 0-3 skull
Yeah,
counters on
clear
it.
my rage essence.
Alright, so this guy just gets a bunch of assault based on how much is on the pile. Alright, it's going to be a turn or two before I can wipe all these guys up, but...
And here you go, Bradford. You got yourself a Curse of Doom Song.
Okay, anyone can discard 2. Got it.
And that's my turn.
Here's the ramp deck. I think we're going to rely on him to kill everything. I see some big dudes. Alright, so it gets over the top pretty quickly. Or I think probably after like turn 6, turn 5, he can start doing pretty nuts things. Like, what's Convocation do? Alright, let's... Alright, we're at 7. I think I'm just going to stick with that for now. So Orange's next turn is probably just use this to ramp, then he'll have 2 cards. Well, then he'll have 1 resource up. Couple slow turns. Okay, at the end of Blue's turn, I'm going to go ahead and purge this thing off of me. I'll chain purge that. Oops, graveyard. It just gets rid of it.
Alright, new event.
Let me get this right with the minion cost. It's whichever one you discard, you get more minions. Is that the idea?
Yep. So
Okay.
if you discard this one, I get 3 minions.
Alright, so if he taps all of us and we don't untap, that's going to be a hard turn to come back from. I guess you can put 3 more minions into play.
Well, it's everyone's choice, but it depends on the majority. You're just the tiebreaker.
Sure, yeah,
Event.
I would get rid of that. And if you guys just want to tap ping for your vote, whichever one you want to discard.
So that's 2 for this one. So 3 minions are coming out. Alright, and 1 damage to... go ahead and take 1 damage, Brad.
Got it.
Oh, I forgot the 3 minions.
Yeah, this team put a lot of work into this deck. Alright, a couple of these dudes. Assault 1 guys. So they're actually 3/3s. A couple 4/4s.
Green and blue, you shouldn't have 1 damage on you. That was only 1 target party. No, you shouldn't have. You should be at 0.
That card only pings 1 player's party. It pinged yellow, so no one else got hit. Yeah. Let's fly back. Oh, yeah.
Alright, I will then hit both of you for 1. This one was on green. I'll hit orange for 2.
It's 3. They have Assault 1.
Oh, yeah. Alright, and I will then hit you for 4, Brad, and you are now dazed.
I'm beefy.
Alright.
Alright, so he just plays a Harmonized guy and heals me. Got it.
And we'll use the checker for the daze counter. So you drew?
Oh, I see how that works. You can choose not to. So it costs...
1 to play cards?
Ye-
Like 1 to do anything.
Pretty much. Yeah, let's go with this face down.
No, you have to pay 1 to play a resource.
Okay, you know what? Can I just put my card back on top of the deck then?
Alright. Yeah, it's a weird mechanic.
Yeah. Cost mana to play resources. That's interesting. I don't think it costs 1 to play a resource.
Does play any cards.
Yeah, well,
Playing
you don't.
resources
You
a
just
card.
you place resources. Like that's the term they used. So otherwise, you'd get counters on like Arathi Basin for playing cards. You don't actually play a resource. You just put it into play. So I don't think it costs mana to place a resource. I do think it costs mana to do anything though.
Alright, we can go with that if you want.
Yeah, I'm just not gonna change my play though.
Alright, you're no longer dazed.
All right, we will play this totem and pass.
When you played that, I will pay 2 to interrupt it. Unless you pay 2.
I think blue's got something for you. All right.
Alright.
Interrupt target ability, ally or equipment, unless they pay 2, and then if they do, remove a bone counter. Still at 0 bone counters. All right, it's your turn, green. If you're looking for a resource, I'm guessing that we probably won't end up needing too many of those. We've got plenty of that in our party. Okay, and so he's got a 4/4 protector out and some other dudes.
And a 0/4 protector.
I'm wondering if this guy's just the right play here, or actually, let me see. Second team. Yeah, it's gonna be a hard one. I think that's probably the best plan for it. Yeah. Oh, you're not dumb. Let's see, though.
Oh, when hands are played, I get to draw a card.
Who drew a card?
Oh, I did. Because of Morik. Everyone gets to.
Oh, yeah. Oh, 20 attacks. Alright, so he's good now.
Alright. Oh.
Here's the thing to wonder about. Do we label that? Because they said protects, not defends. Defend is like when you're on the other side of a combat. They specifically said protect, so...
Yeah, it's only when he protects.
Okay, then yeah. I guess your guy's not stunned then. That's good.
So, just a quick question. Normally when, like, a minion like this would go to my hand, it would be destroyed, right?
Yeah, that's the deal.
Alright, so be a spirit destroyed, and I get 3 bone counters.
Yeah, one more from this guy. There you go.
Alright, so 4 bone counters. Alright, and the events.
I mean... Go here. So we're voting to get rid, right? So here, I'm just gonna tap for getting rid of. That's my vote.
Alright, so 2 minions will come out, and exhaust all allies.
Wow, it's very difficult to fight the boss when you can't. So this is gonna take some effort. I mean, this is turn 1 from the first boss, and there's a lot of attack worth of guys in play. It just repeats. There must only be like 4 or 5 minions in there. Okay. Yeah, this is gonna take a long time. Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna pay 3 to play Repulsive Arrival.
Put the top card of the minion deck into play. It has Ferocity and Assault too. If it deals damage to here, they're dazed as well. Sure.
And the Fizzle.
Fizzled. Alright. Well, that's a good one for one.
Alright, well, this guy will attack your Wavestorm Totem. So get rid of that.
Yep.
He will hit you for 3. Oh wait, actually 5. Alright, and hit you for 4 Firefly. Alright, so he can't attack. Let's hit Brad then for 4. Oh, he just came out.
All right.
That's my turn. That totem would give me a bone counter, right?
Yeah, it's an ally. When does this daze go away?
You're undazed. When you skip your draw phase, you get undazed.
Hold
I
on,
thought
so
you put that there for a reminder.
are you dazed permanently until you skip your draw step?
Yep.
It doesn't go away.
Yeah.
That's real fun. All right, I'm gonna complete this quest. Draw 1. End of your turn. I'll untap.
So they want people to give you guys draws. And you can play 2 resources on your turn now.
Oh, he played the ramp spell. Okay, that's gonna change the game a bit. Second, guys. Alright, so I'll have up to 5. So if I can play 2 more. I think I'm definitely playing this one to set up. And I don't really have much use for the other mana at the moment. Makes me want. I think this card's unplayable because he has a graveyard, so it'll just end up spawning like 30 of his guys back. So I'm just gonna toss that out. We have no ally deck anyways.
Well, if I run out of minions, then I reshuffle the graveyard.
Yeah, well here I'll just show you the card we're looking at, Duraco. So normally that's great, but I think you just continuously build a giant graveyard, so not gonna be so good this time. But that's rating. All right. Let's play that thing. I played 1 resource this turn. I don't know that I want to play another one yet. I got 5 next turn. Yeah, I think I'll just play one of these. And I'll pass. Alright, so this thing costs 3. Opposing heroes and allies interplay tapped, and then at the end of each opponent's turn, tap all heroes and allies he controls. This is exhausted. I'm just used to saying tap. So this will make sure everything interplay tapped, and then taps all his stuff at the end of his turn. And then if we get another totem out, it's going to be bouncing all his stuff back into his hand every turn. So that's going to be the combo for a while until our opponent can deal with it. Oh, big.
Xarantaur.
Yeah, big dude.
It could help me in the end.
Let me move him here. Sorry. Here we go. Now we got. Alright, let's count them up. 4 plus 4 plus 5 plus. Is that 6? Okay, so that puts him at 19. That'll be changing here and there, but we know about it for now.
Are you forgetting my hand?
I guess so, because yeah,
20.
it does. Yes, I'm wrong about that. Thanks. I just kind of forgot. I'm used to playing some of these self-run raids, and they have no hand. Yep. So he's a casual 5-drop, 26/26. Hey guys, draw 2 per turn now. I don't know if you drew 2 blue, but you draw 2 cards per turn now.
Alright.
Alright, Raid's turn. Okay, if a source would deal damage to a hero or ally the boss's players control. If a source would deal damage to a hero or ally the boss controls, it deals -1 instead. Okay, so we deal -1 damage to everything. Or raiding heroes and allies have Protector. I think we should dump, yeah, we are vote to kick out.
Discard this one.
Correct.
Alright. No minions then. And I get to draw 2 cards.
Oh, do you draw 2 per turn?
We all do. Xarantaur.
Okay, okay. I didn't know if there was a separate raid effect.
Alright, I'll go ahead and play Crippling Terror. Each of you will discard 1 card.
At random, or can we choose?
You choose.
Alright, so everyone discards and takes damage equal to the cost. If you can't discard, if you have no cards in hand, then you get dazed, but most of us can or will be able to discard. I'll discard Morik.
Alright. Remember to take damage equal to the cost of the card you discarded. Alright. And let's throw another Crippling Terror.
Oh, the second one. Okay.
Oh, wait, Firefly's doing something? Alright.
Big Daddy Mystic.
Alright.
See, Kratos, you thought you were playing the healer, but you're playing the 26-26, you know? That's just how it is.
He's more now. Actually less.
Yeah, we'll be adjusting that. It's a lot.
Alright, I will then hit Firefly for 4 and daze. I will also hit Brad for 4 and daze.
Actually, I'm going to block 2 of that armor. Or 2 of the damage. Do you want to just use this card as the daze token? The chicken? I think people are going to be asking about
We can.
it a lot.
Alright. And I'll hit your keeper for 5. And then hit you for 1 miraculous.
Alright, so you draw 2 cards a turn, guys. And if you get dazed, you can skip the first draw. Yeah, so basically you can just draw 1 and then skip the other one, because they're 2 separate draw phases. And we can also play 2 resources a turn as well, so we... Yeah, Xarantaur kind of breaks days for now, but it's a hard raid. You got to bring the big guns. You know, we got the no fun interrupt mage, making sure we don't you know, we play on our terms. We got yeah, all your stuff is tapped from the leggings.
All right.
Yeah. Alright, I'm going to skip the first draw and lose this daze. Oops, right there. And then I'll draw the other one. We'll play Ancestral Recovery, and I'm going to recover these two allies, the totem and then the guy.
All right.
And play the totem and pass. Reminder, guys, we draw 2 a turn, and you can place up to 2 resources a turn. I think placing other resources drop my other Morik. I don't know if that turned out to be a good play. Like, this card's... I don't know if this is going to be very useful throughout the game. All it does is tap stuff, and this is doing a good job of that. These are the cards you have to protect, the Wavestorm Totems, like, at all costs. And I had to bottom one of the Ancestrals just because I didn't know what the hand was going to turn out to be. Well, I guess we still can't hit the boss, huh?
I think he'll flip at the start of his turn.
Yeah, hopefully he stays flipped in and doesn't flip back, but we'll have to see. It does kind of feel like we just walked in and we're clearing trash. I mean, the boss isn't touching us, it's like Burning Crusade trash.
Legacy of Horde.
That's pretty much the key card in both the yellow and green decks. They're both Horde, Shaman, and Priest. That's why I chose to play those two. If we can stack these up and play big Xarantaurs and a bunch of other draw stuff, we should be able to win pretty quick.
I'm going to play Twilight Assassin, so I suppose everyone decides what they want to do.
Yeah, I mean, none of us are going to discard. So.
Yeah.
He might, though.
Nah, go ahead and draw.
Let's draw 4. Big play.
Oops, yeah. Alright, the new event. Real fast.
Rating. We're the rating. Like, we have the rating allies, right? You are the dungeon boss, and we are the raiders. So, I would say get rid of this, and then we can... Well, let me double check some rules with you, Duraco. These guys all just untapped, so they all died. And now does the boss flip?
This is at the start of the turn, so
Oh, well then...
yeah, I'll get the minions out and then they go and untap.
So it doesn't matter which one we choose really, because they'll come in untapped, then tapped, then immediately.
Well, they won't ready. Well, I guess they... Technically, I think you're right then. That's pretty goofy. Sure, I think... We can just get rid of this. You get the ally. The ally comes in tapped, and then the ally untaps itself and dies immediately. So...
Oh, if you get rid of this, the minion will come out untapped.
Well, it comes in tapped because the leggings make everything come into play tapped.
Oh, alright.
Yeah, we've pretty much broken that part of it, but that's what raids are, step by step. So then now all of our allies have ferocity for the turn, so it's a beneficial one. Well, I guess you still get your minion.
These are my allies, I'm pretty sure.
No, that's why it's got a minion cost of 0, because it refers to, like, we are the raiders, you are the boss, usually. Because if your allies had ferocity, that would be a really big... Like, it would have a minion cost of, like, 2 or 3, because no one would want you to have that, so they would always discard it. But I guess ferocity wouldn't be good for you anyways, because it just comes into play tapped.
Alright, well, that's 5 bone counters.
Alright, big bone counter.
And the boss flips.
Here comes the boss flip. Alright, what you got? Assault X
Nothing
and
too crazy.
Beefy. X equals the number of bone counters on Turok's pile of bones. Alright, so he attacks for 12. And he'll Beefy, or he'll daze anyone he punches. But that's just a smile you gotta love.
Alright, I'll pay 1 to play in Yielding Power to get rid of that interrupt over there.
Oh, he's just triggering Mystic Denial. He's got 4 mana left, so we had a Mystic Denial in play, which just sits in play and auto counters the next casted card. So our opponent drew out this thing, which would have drawn 0 cards, or it's over here.
And I'll go ahead and pay 3 to attach this to Xarantaur.
Alright, attach target hero and deal
hindrance.
1. Must pay 2 to attack with it. Miraculous, it's not a choice as far as I know. I think that's in case there's some weird effect on the field that wouldn't let you destroy it or something like that. Alright, so it looks like blue is countering the interaction. I think it's just like a prevention orange, just in case people don't go nuts with it.
Alright, and I will go ahead and hit Firefly for 12. And you are now dazed.
Yeah, it gets reduced in half.
Only 6.
What is this doing in here?
That's for the PvP part of the deck. At PvE.
Pay 15, you put all your allies from your deck into play. Okay. Each turn you can play an additional resource if you've placed a quest. Okay. Well, it's been about 6 turns ramping up. I'm hoping there's a big payoff coming. Alright, so every time you play an ally, you can heal or deal equal to the cost. Still on standby. I will draw 2. Okay, so we have a Xarantaur now, which would help everyone to draw even more. We could also play Morik, hit the enemy hero. Yeah, okay, good. I'm glad that they gave the boss assault and not like permanent attack. I don't think I'm going to need this Thunderstorm anytime soon, so I think I'm just going to put that face down and just cast Legacy and pass. Actually, sorry, Draco, 1 second. We're in team chat a little bit, so in case you're wondering.
No, that's cool.
I mean, you kind of have to do some of that, right, Blue? That's just someone has to take care of that. Oh, I think that's probably just a better play. 3, 4, 5. I'll just play another Xarantaur. Yeah, and then we'll pass to green. You draw 3 cards a turn now. So I didn't really want to play another Legacy. I think I want to keep my 1 mana on my hand open for Squall Totem in case my opponent has some kind of interaction there, so that's fine with me. Oh, you can't. He's unique. You can't play a separate one? Yeah.
So you're only at 24.
Let's see, 4 and 4.
Oh wait, the double damage.
Yeah, I did doubles. So here comes 48. Clunk.
Right. He is now dead, and that's comes out.
Yeah, I mean, that was, what is it, like turn 7 or something? Okay, next big boss. Doomsong the Odd. Is a Assault 2 Warlock. Orc Warlock. At the start of your turn, roll a die. If it's even, he deals 3 damage to each hero. If it's odd, he deals 1 damage to each opposing ally. Okay, when he gets less than 8, flip him. He'll probably just die in 1 hit. Turn 6, okay.
Alright, here you go. Alright, get that turn back around to green.
Alright, that's where we were. Okay. Yeah, green just killed that boss, so then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess he's paying for something. Yeah, that seems fine. He's gonna pay 4 to heal everyone. For 11. I think he's casting us heal red. It's right here.
Yeah, that's all.
Okay. Alright.
Alright, at the end of your turn, I'm going to pay 1 for Unyielding Power to draw a card.
When this guy comes into play, since it is a Tauren, it triggers itself and you get to heal for 2. Yeah. Yeah. It looks like you might want to heal blue up because you've got this to heal yourself eventually. I mean, if it comes down to it. Just mark it for him. There you go. Sweet. Oh, yeah, here's our boss again. So our whole game crashed, and we were able to save it and recover it, which is pretty cool. But either way, the game crashed, so we're back in it. It's been a few minutes for us. Oh, it's Blue's turn. That's what we're looking at. So Blue's got some expensive resources. Pay 5, draw some cards. Pay 4, draw some cards. Solid expensive resources. And some solid card draw, and he's just got a lot of counter spells.
Alright.
He's got 2 interrupt anything pretty much, then 2 interrupt instants, so he's going to be winning some counter wars.
Oops, wrong deck.
Don't think the boss is going to be doing too much.
Alright, discard this one.
Yeah, that's fine with me. I agree.
Right. So 2 minions. And they instantly get destroyed.
Yeah. That bone counter might scare us later.
And I get to draw 3 cards.
Yeah, drawing 3 cards a turn. A little weird.
Okay, you roll a die.
Oh yeah, let me do that. I got a 6. So 3 shadow damage. I go ahead and take 3 shadow damage. Great. Well, 2.
Yeah, it gets reduced in half because of the legacy. So it rounds up to 2. And ouch, boss. Mr. Purple. Alright, boss got 6 resources now.
I'm gonna play Massacre, and I'm choosing Tauren.
Okay.
What is that? I'm gonna pay 3. Oh, whoops, I miscounted.
Alright, so boss went to
Can I
kill
have
all
one
our
more?
Tauren, and then
Isn't this turn 7 now?
you are maybe supposed to have one more. Let's see. I think my resources are accurate. I only played a double resource once, but then I skipped resourcing for a turn, which comes out to 6.
Huh. Alright. Oh, fuck that up then.
Anyways, blue countered the boss's only relevant ability, which is going to kill both our 20-somethings. Both those Xarantaurs are huge, and all players draw 3 cards a turn, can make 2 resources a turn.
11% presence, and to get interrupted.
Our opponent's just popping this to pop Mystic Denial. So this spell's getting countered automatically from Mystic Denial.
And I'll hit blue for 2.
There's another Mystic Denial. Yeah, shove all the overpowered mechanics into a couple decks and it works. That's the idea. I mean, that's how a raid works. If you just had a mage just sitting there counterspelling all the boss's mechanics, I mean, that's when you beat raids in the game. It feels pretty neat. Wow, so more stuff. When an ally enters play under your control, put X 1/1s into play where X is the cost, and when you play an ongoing, when non-ongoing, you can copy it. That was 6 of mana, so he's got 5 left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What else are we gonna do for 5? We got. Okay, that's another. That's just another ramp card. That's a ramp card. That's like a ramp card. A single creature who he can't play. And a removal ramp card. He can get some draw eventually, but gotta wait till he's get 3 guys in play. So he's at 12 mana at this point. Alright, I'll untap, draw 3 total.
There's actually a misprint on the card, I'm guessing.
Which part of it?
For the last boss, there's no way to see that he can flip, so I'm just guessing, reading the other person. Now you'll see when it comes out.
Alright. Well, let's start this one pretty simple. Let's just see if we can kill this boss. I don't know Xarantaur's stats, but it's 20-something doubled, so.
Yep, it's well enough. Alright, so now I will get rid of my main deck. Get rid of my hand.
Alright, so we killed 2 bosses, and now the raid changes when we go to the last 2. Looks like that's the deal.
We call changing just the event type, sort of like Ragnar's. But like he has no way to flip, and I think like after
crap.
reading her, like he'll flip if she dies.
At the start of your turn, deal 3 melee damage to each dazed hero. Assault 8, Hardiness, Beefy. Hardiness is when you take 1 less damage every time you take damage. And then Beefy is when it dazes you if it does damage to you.
Alright, continue.
Oh, so they come into play together.
Yep.
So it's 3 encounters, and the last one's just 2 people in play. Alright, she Assault 2 can only attack heroes. If Griselda would deal damage to a hero, she may deal that same amount to up to 2 other dazed heroes. If Tarak dies, flip her.
Yeah, like I said, I looked through the deck. There's nothing to flip him.
Maybe it's if she dies, you flip him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Since like if he dies, she gets flipped.
Okay, sounds good. Alright, it was my turn, so let's speed it up, excuse me. Alright, we've got 6 resources. I could play Searing Pain, and... Actually, I'm just going to play Legacy, so Xarantaur one hit the next guy. Just call that a game. I'll play another Legacy of the Horde. And pass. Yeah, I don't know if there's any other... Oh, yeah. Maybe one of his events will flip him. He's got some events.
I looked at them too.
Okay. Okay, so then for now, we're just going to go with if we kill the lady, the main boss will flip. If we kill Griselda, Turok will flip. Do you think this guy had art done for this set? Or did he just find high quality art?
I know, like, she was like a card, but this guy I never seen. And like a bunch of these cards.
Same. I mean, the art quality is pretty high. I'm not really watching your turn much, Green, but if you keep your cards in hand before Xarantaur attacks, he does more damage generally. It's just a thought. Is somebody already counting? 4, so 8 on that side. 8 on the side, so 16 plus boss.
23. No. 23. That's Xanatar. Yep.
Yeah, it's just tripled. Yeah, so
Yep.
yeah, you get a heal 2 for heal 2 trigger. So really, this is just it's supposed to be a really hard raid. We just overpowered it with really strong cards. This is one of the best card draw spells in a raid, in case you're ever wondering. Having an interrupt mage is usually not very fun for the boss player, but the goal is to win, and he's been doing his job. He's been interrupting all the relevant cards. Priest hasn't really needed to heal much. Yeah, we already calculated the numbers, Green. It's going to deal exactly 69.
To which one? The Turok? Alright. Yep, I got it.
So that guy would have come into play with 4 health and shoot for 12.
6. Because they both like apply like doubling the base damage. So pretty much 3 times.
Yeah, so Priest has 1 Legacy of the Horde
Alright.
out. Shaman has 1 Legacy of the Horde out. And we both have this guy in play. And I left open counterspell mana for whatever. So that's a Tauren that comes into play, and so when he comes into play, or any other Tauren, you get to pick an enemy hero and deal damage equal to your guy's health. So you're gonna deal 4 3 times. So you basically get to pick a hero and deal 12 to it, and then you heal 12. Actually, it'll deal 12, but it'll only heal 4. Yeah, I mean you'll kill the boss.
Yep. That's 81 damage.
Yeah. Okay, and she flips. Now she has Assault 8. Can attack only heroes. Well, there's really not many ways to get dazed left.
Before the green's turn ends, I'll complete my quest.
Oh wait, yeah, you're right. You're right, the hardness. Wait,
So-
is that unpreventable?
He'll be at... Well, that might be unpreventable, but the other damage from Xarantaur wasn't, which means...
Was only one. I would have had 80 damage.
So it's
He's still
exactly
dead.
80. Yeah. Did 80 exactsies? That's a weird number to do in one turn. Nah. The memes. Alright, let's see what our blue's up to. He drew a bunch of cards. His hand is doubled Nether Fracture, triple Dispel, or reverse polarity, interrupt anything instant.
Alright. Turn all Raiden heroes face down.
Oh boy, you done messed up.
Thanks for that.
So, Duraka, we're probably about to beat this. Do you want to try another event that might give you... Because that's not going to... That's actually helping us.
Nah, I got this.
Alright. That's a lot of cards.
Hey, Xanatar, you're now mine.
Ugh, she has makeup on in this one. What the heck?
Hey, Xanatar, you're now mine.
Alright, so first one's countered. He's got another Nether Fracture for the second one.
And here comes the third.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Nope, that's it.
But now that doesn't matter.
Yeah, check it out. He comes in tap and goes back to Green's hand, and then Green can play him and then shoot the opponent for 60 damage when he comes into play.
You're just gonna attack me with yours. That's
Yeah.
a good game. There's nothing. Alright, I'll hit you for 8 miraculous.
I mean, hey, we did
So
it.
4
You know,
damage.
Dead Mines of Old supposed to be one of the hardest, and
4 damage. Well, 8. No, it's 8.
yeah, it gets reduced in half, and half, so everyone takes 2.
Oh, wait, yeah. Yep. Only you two. Honestly, what one, destroyed it was this right here, this combo. Because the first boss still be alive.
Yeah.
I've got to head out now. Thanks for the raid, so see you in a bit.
Good to see you, man. Later.
Let's just deal 18 damage to the boss.
Oh, he gets to copy it.
Alright, well, she's dead. That's it.
All that set up for a starburst. Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing in here to flip him. Which is strange.
Maybe they got tired of making it. I mean, look. Oh, I see. So this is Warhammer art. Maybe that's where some of this is from. I mean, I that's certainly Warhammer art. I know that card or that thing. It's good quality. There's a lot of it. That's not. It's not corn. It's the Frost Lord things. Yeah, that's their new. Yeah, Frost Lord. Oh, so here's
Okay.
this is the events, huh?
Yeah, if it could get the event 4, then it would. That's why I'm saying one more wouldn't matter.
Jeez. Yeah, I mean, some of these would help if you had a couple of sweepers in the deck, but we had the interrupt mage. That was his job, is to prevent OP abilities. Wow. Eradication's a pretty good one too. Well, neat. We downed Dead Mines, the hard one, so can put that notch on your belt, yeah. This art is just got to be the best.